It's been a long road for some of these teams through the group stage of Katowice, but we are here with our final day of the B stream with 2 best-of-3s, which should amaze you. Should be spectacular. Lacoste, joined by you once again, the wonderful man to my right. Let's get into this, shall we? Who do we have for our first series?
We have LGD Gaming and Newbee. Newbee definitely a team with higher chances. I would give them 75 to 25 this time. LGD, I was not convinced, even though they played against the Secret yesterday. It felt like they were shaky. The decision-making was not on point. They kind of felt lost.
Yeah. You mentioned, they're against Secret there. That obviously does play into it. Maybe they tried something. They did their research and it just didn't work out. Against Newbee, of course, China versus China. They've scrimmed against each other, or they've got that tasty bit of information from their insiders, and they've known about some of the drafts here. But Newbee, just that kind of well-polished machine so far, and have been performing reasonably well. But we are in the lower bracket, of course, here in this group, Group B, as they have both dropped down. The mirror match over on the mainstream, I believe, is Kinguin against Evil Geniuses. So if you're looking for that, that is over on live.esl-one.com. Check out all the streams there to find out where all the wonderful matches are happening. But the draft so far, LGD coming out with something a little different. This feels more natural than what they were doing before, to me anyway, with the way the draft has started.
Yeah, the opening with Chen and Rubik, pretty unorthodox for LGD Gaming. I guess one of the reasons they pick Rubik is most of the time Newbee likes to play Sanking, and they love to pick it in the first phase. Rubik, one of the better heroes against the Sanking overall. Chen, the counter hero against him. Witch Doctor with the cask works amazing against the creeps. Razor, no surprise, they're one of the most contested heroes in quite some time. Omni Knight is still in the pool. I suppose LGD is not gonna pick him, so they might as well ban it. One of the heroes that both teams are probably gonna look into is Death Prophet.
Yeah, get that DP going. The Omni Knight you mentioned there, I'm with you there. I think LGD ban it and don't let Newbee have the Razor Omni combo. But with the Chen, something that they gave to X Nova in their best-of-1 to start the group stage and defeated Evil Geniuses with it. So it's one of those heroes that, kind of controls all the lanes depending on how the movements go. You're able to, maneuver yourself across the map and give these core heroes a better time, because we have seen flashes of brilliance from Arme, Maybe, and Chalice. They're all incredibly skilled players, but they have to be slotted into these positions where they are given decent enough lanes. It never feels like LGD come back into a game from behind. They're a very momentum-based team. It feels like they struggle a lot if their lanes don't go well. So definitely we'll be looking out for potentially 2 out of 3 lane wins LGD build towards.
Yeah, pretty new team overall. They swapped some players. They swapped a lot of roles as well, which could affect them. So they might need some more time for everything to kick in. As you mentioned, Chen, the biggest part of the Chen is that he disrupts the enemy safe lane.
Turn to ban.
Gets up in their faces. Very annoying hero. So TB banned, Arme's biggest hero removed by Newbee there. No big surprises. With the Razor and the Witch Doctor, you're not entirely sure where these guys are going. Razor has been used as that kind of off-lane anti-carry with the help of maybe one support. Can play in that off-lane position, but equally can play mid or safe, depending on what kind of off-lane LGD picks up here. That's probably one of the biggest lanes I'm looking towards is Chalice's lane. He's the new guy, he's the kind of pub star they've brought in here, put into the off-lane, and he feels like he is that kind of missing piece. When he's hot, they have that playmaker, they have that guy who's running around the map, causing havoc, initiating with his Sand King, with these heroes that kind of get into the thick of things. If he has a poor time, we've seen him try to catch up with farm, he's kind of lackluster in that sense. So against a Razor, I feel like LGD maybe with that Chen just play aggro, just super aggro, run at Newbee as much as they can.
Again, you mentioned Chalice. First time I saw him was during Katowice qualifiers, actually. First game, he was playing Enchantress and ended up with 0-11-1. I was not impressed, but his offlane Tiny was amazing. As you already said, he's either hit or miss.
Yeah.
But with the help from Chen, I guess they should just focus on his lane. And again, it comes back to decision-making. If they're playing from behind, I don't think LGD knows how to come back, especially against team like Newbee, there it is, the Sanking, one of the most contested heroes in Chinese region, especially when Newbee's playing it.
And they have the Rubik already. You were talking yesterday about how a lot of these teams are kind of picking a counter to a hero and then picking the hero itself. So again, we see that kind of pattern emerging here from LGD. Sanking, I enjoyed Charles' Sanking yesterday against Secret. Was it game 2? Where I think he had Omni game 1 and then Sanking game 2. Whichever way around it was, his Sanking looked reasonably good. Like, he was playing aggressively, getting multi-man stuns, but they relied on him and him alone. And I feel like maybe that's a problem with LGD. They have this one pivotal hero in the draft. Arme's Void was another one in the game they lost as well, where it was kind of like Chrono or bust. And with this, Chalice, he needs some help. It can't just be he has to land 3-man burrow strikes or the game is over. Needs some additional help as Newbee come out with the Kaka Earth Spirit. So they've got themselves their 2 supports, the Razor, that dynamic hero can go into a number of lanes. So still incredibly open and hard to read here as LGD get into their 4th pick.
Yeah, also we didn't talk about Chen, how strong he is when they initiate, especially with the, let's say, a hero that is maledicted or Earth Spirit. When he goes in, uses all of his combo and just gets sent back, which we saw in the EG's game. Misery played amazingly.
Yeah, they have that save power. What is it, like 10-second cooldown on the send back as well?
Yeah, it is 10 seconds.
Pretty damn good. LGD with a gyro now. Classic stuff. So pretty early mid-game focused, it feels like, here from LGD. A bit of pushing power through the Chen, lots of team fight between Rubik, Sanking, and Gyro. They're Radiant side, so they don't have that kind of god spot for the Ancients and the stacking there for Gyro, but they will be able to potentially get some stacks built up in the jungle for him.
Whenever I see Chinese teams playing, I always think Tide and DP will be the most contested heroes for some reason. Like, it either goes to, let's say, ban stage number 2, or it gets picked, sometimes even in the first phase. Also, I'm surprised that Dragonite is still in the pool.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, are you expecting now final bans to come out with a DK somewhere along the line?
5 seconds remaining.
LGD, they're looking for a mid-hero, and DK, you know, it looks beautiful here. DK or Shadow Fiend, it feels like, could be reasonably good. Newbee with a Lifestealer, fully expected against Gyro, against Sanking. You've got that Rage. And Earth Spirit to roll in with that Infest Bomb potentially for yourselves. SCC sees hero likely to be the last one picked up. I still feel like this Razor is going to head in towards the off lane with like the help of Earth Spirit. Then you've got Witch Doctor, Lifestealer towards the safe lane. Or do you think this Razor will maybe be that mid hero?
Well, LGD thinks it's an off-lane hero since they banned out the Bathrider. I don't think Lifestealer will go mid, so definitely a safe lane for a Lifestealer. They might put, let's say, a aggressive tri-lane with Earth Spirit, Witch Doctor, Lifestealer, and have Razor in 1 versus 1 matchup and still pick a mid hero. So maybe, I'd say they need some tower damage. Lifestealer deals some, not at early point, because the build right now is Radiance into Crest.
Turn to pick.
Banning out the Queen of Pain against Maybe, and the final pick will be Puck.
So we still don't know what they're gonna play. That's the beautiful thing about Dota right now. All the heroes pretty much can be played at the core ones can be played at any position from 1 to 3.
10 seconds remaining.
Well. What do we look towards now?
5 seconds remaining.
LGD, they've got, you know, they've covered a lot of the bases here with their draft already.
I think they need something that goes through a BKB,
Deal with
pierces with the
Lifestealer.
Rage, so a lot of physical damage with a Silence. I would say DP fits that profile.
Death Prophet definitely could be a good one here. We don't see much Gyro mid from Chinese teams. It really is kind of a niche thing that a couple of NA players and European players pick up from time to time.
Yeah, we saw Secret yesterday playing Gyro. Even though he was playing against Shadowfin, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that strong as in safe lane, because the hero needs levels, but he also needs space to go. And now the towers are closer to each other on a mid lane, he doesn't have that much space to go.
And you
It's
don't
hard
have
to gank.
that kind of chase potential, right, with multiple rocket barrages and all that. Kind of what Gyro relies on.
So that's some heavy physical damage.
I mean, he is one of two kind of, hard counters to the Lifestealer, right? Ursa and Troll were always the two heroes we'd see picked up.
Yeah, and Ursa is... that hero is just gone.
Non-hero.
Yeah.
he's pretty garbage right now.
Only time I think of Ursa is when enemy has Enchantress, but it's still not as good.
Well, the way things are lining up here, KP has picked up the puck, so it looks like it may just be that SCCC Razor in the mid lane. Arme on the Troll, though, maybe indicating here that maybe goes mid with a gyro, but still up in the air for them. What kind of laning matchups are we really looking for here? Can you put the Sand King against the puck in a 1v1, or is that something that KP is going to come out on top?
Should be an easy lane for puck, especially if he goes aggressive on the first level, gets Orb of Venom, Phase Boots.
Oh, yeah.
But then, on the other hand, you can have Sand King who pushes the lane fast with, let's say, his passive level 1. If he knows that it's going to be 1 versus 1, then get a Sandstorm. Puck needs to get either Sentry or a Silence to actually disrupt it. Could go both ways, but definitely Puck has an upper hand.
Prepare for battle.
Well, KP wearing this cosmetic that confused us the other day. Looks like he's got a permanent DD. The little blue lights flashing out.
Yeah, that's not Sunken Relic, right?
No, that's just
Just wings.
just some wings or something, I guess.
TI6 wings.
Good stuff. So, item builds. No Mango on the Troll. Gets himself the double set of tangos instead, with the Stout Shield to go as well. Lots of regen here for the Troll. Arme and KP will just pop their heads out, see each other. The smoke from Newbee gets a ward down up on the high ground. A dire sentry, in fact. They'll be able to deward that really nicely. Swinging in behind the shrine, Rubik, FY, will pop the smoke. He's got some time, but X-Nova maybe not paying attention for a split second there. Gets caught by the static link. And Chen, chased down under his own tower, will drop. A nice first blood there from Newbee, gets things off to a great start.
So, Razor with a first blood, that's almost a Sage's Mask for him if he wants to go and get full Aquila. He just wants to get some more regen.
I was wondering if he buys like a wind lace or something.
Oh, he's gonna get 100 gold. Oh, and wow, look at the chicken.
Oh, that's 4 bounty runes.
4 bounty runes, first blood. Wow.
Okay.
And a ward, so he's almost level 2.
Oh my god. That is actually insane. That's actually insane. So laning matchups, Rubik Gyro mid. So yeah, maybe is the mid Gyro here up against the Razor. Razor SCCC, yeah, wand salve already sitting very pretty halfway towards level 2, and he's against a dual lane, so his lane's only going to get better here. FY caught with the rolling boulder. Venom from Kaka will send FY packing. Comes back for a little touch, but SCCC is there with a static link, keeping them at bay for now. The other lanes, what we're looking at, Faith and Mugi up at top against the Chalice SK, so a 1v2 there as X-Nova is playing in this aggressive spot, but scouted out by Dire Observer Wards. They see absolutely everything. Newbee seemed to be a step ahead of the curve here. As Arme 1v1's KP for now, they bring Kaka down. And FY with X-Nova, they've got so much to do, it feels like. You know, we were talking about how X-Nova has to play aggressively, give Chalice a good lane, and how LGD often don't play well from behind. Well, they are pretty far behind, but Arme turns around onto Kaka and KP. Gets a good amount of damage in there with these whirling axes. Forces them to pop a salve.
Yeah, he was, 1 versus 1 Puck for quite some time. Level 2 already. Puck is going to cause a lot of problems because they don't have enough to control him. He can always dodge Gyro's rocket. The only thing they have is Rubik Lift, and I don't think Sand King's going to stun him unless he gets a Blink Dagger. Or some Lucky Bashes. RNG, always there to help.
Well, Wild Wing Tornadoes coming out. Mugi's spam pinging it, saying, hey, Faith, if you can, please go over there and deal with that nasty pink bird. Faith, though, has been found by Chalice, Sandstorm, and Caustic at level 1 and 2. Faith taking a chunk of damage, but that cask bounce back onto X-Nova will force them away for now.
My thrift rewarded.
The reason why Sand King is such a strong off-laner is when you see that they don't have any sentry wards or dust, and chicken is always being used on mid lane, you're gonna get levels. You just get the sandstorm and stay there for a couple of minutes, then they get a dust, you're already level 3, level 4.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter at that point.
And you're forcing Lifestealer to either like farm onto tower or run away from the creep wave. He's always scared of the caustic popping.
Yeah, even if they try to go on you, they only have 1 stun. So with just a cask, and if they use a combo, you can always TP out.
Kaka kicks FY away. Doesn't want to play today. No messing around there. So far, Rubik yet to really find a place to be, running back and forth, trying to kind of keep eyes on this Kaka Earth Spirit.
He went to base twice already.
Oh, lift back into tower with a rocket barrage here. They've got a homing missile ready to go, but SCCC pretty tanky with 6-1 charges. Surely there's no way they go in under this tower. With the creep wave coming in, the rocket barrage would have been spread. So the Razor perfectly fine for now.
Oh, he wanted to take the flask off, used the Flag Canyon, was out of the range.
Nothing for you.
SCCC potentially even fogged him there. Hid away behind the trees, top lane. In comes the dust, like you were talking about, with Chalice maledicted up. 1 Burrow Strike will all he will get off, and X-Nova has to retreat, even with the center on the Wild Wing here, ready to fight. The tri-lane working out nicely.
He was playing cocky because he saw Witch Doctor does not have any sentries or dust, then Earth Spirit suddenly TPs with a dust, and that sealed the deal for him.
Yeah. Kaka with those trips back to base, picking up some wonderful items. Mugi treads first, potentially going, like you mentioned, for that Radiant Solar Crest S&Y build that has become ever so popular in the recent games. Pretty good against the Troll as well, with all that mischance. Maybe in this mid lane, what we're looking at, 13-4 against the 21-6. You know, we expect this. SCCC had a huge advantage to start things off, and now with a roll in from Kaka, kick back into the static link. Maybe he's doing a lot of damage into the Earth Spirit here with a Fade Bolt forward. Kaka nearly drops, but they seem to have brought the Chen in from the backside. Tornado there with a Centaur Stomp, and SCCC 1 charge up. A lot of damage is stolen here by SCCC, so look at the Rubik's positioning very far back, afraid of that crack of the whip. The Razor's speedy though, throws out the Plasma Field. Looks like he might just survive for now with a good kick across. Earth Spirit will potentially save the day, but you're right. Chalice from the north, looking for the Burrow Strike in. The creep wave, or the creep camp even. He's not going to get the deny. Nice takedown there by the SK. And they've got a 5-minute shrine, all perfectly timed.
Oh, Kaka. Okay, only 1 hit. That was a deep dive from Razor. Sadly for them, if Gyro had the mana right there, he would just die, even though he didn't have any damage, but with Rocket Barrage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's a lot of magic damage from the Gyro, hey? A shrine there from Newbee as well, though. 3-man. On 3-man, so getting some good efficiency over these two teams. Chalice goes in onto the Lifestealer with a bit of harass back onto that tower. Gets some good CS on these creeps as well. Another backstab mid, FY and X-Nova. Double Centaur coming in. They've got the lift into Stomp Stomp. They'll land the first and the second coming. Okay, well...
Second not even needed.
Don't even need it then, I guess.
Oh, and look at the timing. The classic wraparound. Even though they don't have anything to deal the massive damage to tier 1 tower, they only have Gyro, but with double catapults, they're gonna deal a lot of damage. Razor has no TP whatsoever, because he already TP'd. They might actually take down this tower.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage into it. Centaur's going to block out the creep wave, keep that equilibrium away from the tower. Bottom lane, Arme did drop there. Looks like a 3-man dive in behind the tier 1 as we're watching the gank and play mid. FY hasted up. I thought maybe caught in no man's land, but it looks like he is okay. Tower down to 300 HP. The TP from the Lifestealer, they want to defend this. A 2-man Boulder Smash comes in. The Chen cast up and the roll forward. Kaka, with Faith, take down the 2 supports very easily.
Two supports for a tower. This tower opens up the map for LGD. Especially now because the towers are closer to each other, so you can't approach it that easily. Still good trade for Newbee, even though they lost the tower.
Yeah. LGD forced a couple of rotations as well. A little bit of breathing room for Arme down in this bottom lane, but KP on the puck. 1,000 gold saved up. With the brown boots, you know, he's considering phase boots, treads. Do I go for the double null into Veil, or am I just going to rush straight into Blink Dagger? Honestly, it feels like Blink Rush might just be the play.
Yeah, they kind of lack initiation, and if they get an early Blink Dagger, you always have that in Fast Bomb, even though it's not that effective since Nyx is not going for... what's it called? I even forgot.
Armlet.
Yeah. Armlet, yeah, because people were doing Radiance build for quite some time.
Armlet has been forgotten a little bit, but look at this. We were talking about stack stealing yesterday. SCCC comes in, takes a few creeps out. Chalice will stun up the Razor with the call down and Epicenter. This is a big amount of damage in with a homing missile there. LGD defend their stacks. Now Faith goes for the TP. Another stun in a second. They've got him a 3-man as maybe gets a double kill.
I'm not sure if Witch Doctor was late. Why didn't he cast the cask to stop the Epicenter?
Seemed like he was just a little bit delayed. Late to the party, and now stacks being stolen by Maybe. Revenge coming out. LGD love the taste of this. A Lifestealer still 41-13 up at the top of the CS there. Level-wise, we're looking at the Radiant doing reasonably well though. 3 at level 7. Razor Lifestealer Puck still trying to catch up, and then you've got a level 5 Chen already in this game.
Oh, Chen is a high level. Involved in 4 out of 5 kills.
Mugi. Gets the little pebble tossed at him. Cask wasted here, potentially from Faith, but it does land on the Sand King. Mugi now not raging up fast enough. The Kaka Boulder Smash will catch Chalice, and they have the dust. Sand King baited in here as Newbee make them pay. LGD punished for their transgressions as they also get the Dream Coil onto Maybe. Call down will be thrown out. KP gets caught by the first rocket landing. Mugi unable to catch up as X-Nova does drop. Looks like SCCC made that little rotation in.
Well, that was not a promising gank to start with. Chen was just scouting. One creep died, then they decided to go for Lifestealer, who actually had a level 3 Rage ready.
Yeah, they got sucked in there. They felt they were strong with the 3 heroes up, but it wasn't to be.
The Newbee's lineup is not gonna kick in for the next 5-10 minutes. They need that Radiance on a Lifestealer. They're not in a rush. They need a Blink Dagger on a Puck. They need the levels on Earth Spirit. He should be the one buying the tome since Witch Doctor is already level 5.5.
I can't take my eyes off this FY cosmetic. This bleak hallucination, the kind of shimmering, the kind of ghost effect.
Just what the
so pretty.
Well, Chinese have too much money. The fastest growing economy. Maybe they're even #1 right now.
Their cosmetic scene is out of this world. Mugi with a very quick level 4 rage TP.
Oh, no point in ulti. Maybe with 1 point in ulti he could have gotten.
In the meantime, we'll catch the end of Faith's life there. 10 seconds till respawn. Tier 2 top doesn't feel like a defense that Newbee should be wanting to make. They've got a catapult wave coming in bottom lane. A good TP from FY. We'll try and keep this wave back, but Newbee, they are coming down here with their full force, it feels like. Kaka, Mugi, and SCCC all ready to dive in under this tier 1, and they know FY has just TP down here, so he can't TP out. I may be a little bit afraid, though, about what LGD are doing up at top lane. Closing in on the blink for Sand King. Maybe already shoving very hard onto tier 2 with Ame here. Attack speed looking pretty good. Throwing some pebbles back onto the Witch Doctor. They give up on the tier 1. They've killed off FY, though, deep between the towers, and they'll defend their tier 2 for now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I think they're gonna threaten tier 1 tower on the bottom, but they might actually take a fight top.
Burst strike on Witch Doctor with a call down there. SCCC is in the trees, hiding away, making sure he can't be hunted. But the catch, the chase. Will they move forward? X-Nova has been spotted. Kaka still with that boulder smash. And the follow through here from the rest of Newbee will make short work of the Chen. They do, though, LGD still keep their tier 1 bottom alive. KP takes down the mid tower, though. And the fact he went Soul Ring here, able to spam out these waves a little more effectively. Maybe take some stacks, potentially. Blink is still going to be here at a very reasonable time.
Yeah, it's going to be around the 13, 14 minute. They're going to use the Shrine, heal up. Sand King is close to his Blink Dagger. He had the same amount of gold 4 minutes ago, and then he decided to dive, get the kill on Nyx, but that backfired, so that Blink Dagger is gonna be delayed. He's the only way to initiate the fight for LGD.
What do you feel about this gyro build?
Yeah, I was looking at it, didn't say anything about it. Yasha into what seems to be a Force Staff. I mean, Yasha is kind of
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
the same thing as drums, but the drums is 10 times better in my opinion, because it gives you attack speed, move speed for everyone when needed.
Yeah.
Yasha only for your own hero.
Oh, maybe. Throws the cooldown in onto Witch Doctor, but sapped of his damage. The TPs from LGD will move forward with a Blink 2-man stun. Chalice catches them, and S-Triple-C in a lot of trouble. Tries to get some damage back into Maybe, but the Hand of God from X-Nova will be there to save the day. Kaka goes for the TP. Chalice will not find him. Nearly, though.
Almost. Puck has a Blink Dagger now, even though they killed Nyx once, so that's gonna be a delayed Radiance. Newbee should just try not to fight or try to get some kills with a Puck Blink Dagger right now. If they want to go with the Infest Bomb, then they should get some kills. Okay, they feel like they don't need Nyx at all.
Just go with the 2 supports and the Puck. Try and find a pick somewhere. They've got vision here over the Chen, as he did move himself just into that nice little path of vision. They'll make their move all the way around. X-Nova doesn't know what's about to hit him. They've got the Razor moving forward as well, with a blink in and the immediate takedown of the Chen. It all looked so easy.
That's good for LGD. That's the worst hero for Newbee to actually kill. It's just the Chen. I don't know. I was thinking about the Hand of God, the cooldown. It's so big, level 1. It's 160.
Yeah.
It's more than 2.5 minutes.
It's pretty crazy.
And it doesn't provide that much. I mean, the heal 250, 5 heroes. I mean, it's good, but definitely
X-Nova, no.
Over it.
X-Nova, no. He just TP'd into Shrine. He wanted to connect with the rest of his team. This is a really sneaky move from Newbee. You know, they gank top, they smoke all the way down towards bot. They've got an Invis rune to go, and now Chalice, Dream Coiled, snaps, jumps back into Kaka. They've got the takedown on the Earth Spirit. So a 1-for-1 in this case. 11-11, a much closer game than we kind of expected from LGD. They've definitely flicked a switch here, and they've really put on a show up against Newbee. Ame nearly without a Battle Fury complete now.
Yeah, that troll is going to be a problem. If Razor doesn't suck his damage, they're going to have a hard time killing him, especially when he tanks up. I don't know what his next item is going to be, if he wants to go for straight BKB or just Yasha into BKB. Maybe if they take Roche, then he doesn't need BKB that early, can afford to go S and Y.
So a number of options for the troll, right? As LGD, they've been defending their towers really nicely here. Tier 1 on the both side lanes still alive, and now they're coming with the Sand King to defend the bottom one again. FY drained of his damage with a static link. He is taken down. Kaka, so very good at just catching these heroes out.
Yeah, this tower is gone. They should just try to pressure top tower with Chen, even though he has what, 1 creep only.
Well, they're going to Roshan with the medallion. X-Nova Medallion Chen, into Roche they go. They know the Newbee are down here with pretty much 5 heroes. Might not have seen all of them, but here we go. Infest, TP.
It's being pinged out.
They get across the map towards the shrines, and in fact, you are right. Newbee seems to know something's up. The orb into the pit. KP with the Infest jumping out. Now the Hand of God, though. Troll turns to fight. Sent back by X-Nova. Safe and sound. Chalice now, though, stunned. Boulder smash forward. He's going to get taken down by the Death Ward of Faith. Oh, maybe not saved. Nah. Will fall. As in comes the Razor again. Looking to just hold back this Radiant side. Maybe uninvolved. FY and X-Nova both looking for an entry. But again, they need Chalice. It's again that feeling that they can't fight without this offlane hero. Without the Sand King, they don't have that surprise jump initiation or even counter initiation.
Yeah, also Gyro was not there. Maybe with Gyro being there, they could have zoned them out with his ulti. But that was not the promising Roche attempt to start with. It's 1 hero.
Full staff TP. Cask is gonna fly, but maybe he's out.
Follow
Nicely
it.
done. Oh, sorry. Where I can see the shadow. I can see the shadow, but I can't see the real thing.
Same.
Can we zoom out? There we go. There we go. We zoomed out far enough. Donk. Oh dear. Oh. Chalice thinking about it. KP just a little bit too defensive there. LGD unable to go in. Now a smoke from them. These Chen creeps up on the front lines, throwing out this frost armor as the Roshan pinged again by Newbee. Keeping, what, 3 heroes? 4 potentially. SCC's not too far away.
Yeah, when you have just Sacred Relic, it feels like you don't have any items.
A blink stun here onto Kaka with the epicenter. He'll roll away though and looks like he's fine. Now the move forward, maybe he wants to go onto Faith. This should be a simple kill as long as he doesn't deny to Ancients or something. But the Force Staff forward catches the Earth Spirit. Faith does survive, but they get the slightly bigger kill in Kaka. But maybe a little bit of a misplay by FY. Moved just a touch too far forward, broke the smoke, so Chalice couldn't jump KP, unfortunately. And now, without their cooldown, it looks like they won't commit for Roshan. Farm a bit with this Battle Fury. And Arme's Troll got a decent stack here. In fact, for him to break through with a BKB queued up, it looks like he was thinking about the SNY that you were talking about.
Yeah, but he needs it to fight, especially since Nyx is gonna finish his Radiance. They don't have too much save potential besides Chen sending him back, which also didn't work in the previous fight. He was sent back, but his TP was on cooldown, so he couldn't come back into the fight. Gyro needs a damage item, especially because he has a Troll in his team. When he uses Battle Trance with the Flak Canyon, those Flak Canyons are just gonna be out in 1.73 seconds.
Exactly. Precise mathematics.
Well, you can't argue with math.
You can't argue with maths, indeed. But yeah,
well, I might be stupid, Gary, but I'm not dumb.
Couldn't agree more.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dear Lord. I'm still not confused. Isn't the word about Maybe's build, but it unnerves me. Like, he's not finishing items. I'm so used to Gyro, you know, having Dragonlance into Force Staff, the Yasha into Manta or the SNY. But I guess, you know, feeling this one out, it doesn't seem bad.
It's gonna be a BKB now.
And now, yeah, okay. Now no butterflies going BKB. Fair enough.
Yasha increases his farm, gives him the move speed that he needs, especially with the phase boots. Drums does the same thing. Force Staff against Nyx, against the Razor is really good because he can't steal the damage, and if he decides to focus him, he can just run away. There it is, the Ancient Black Dragon Nyx.
Beautiful. And he did buy a damage item. Mithril Hammer's there, so you get your wish. Oh. Poor Rubik. His ghost remains for a couple of seconds, but Newbee makes short work again of FY. Chasing maybe down with a dragon, and into Roshan they go, it looks like. Getting themselves all ready for this. 20 seconds without the Rubik, and LGD in no position to contest. Newbee thinking twice about it with a BKB on SCCC. They're ready to fight still. This could be a Roshan for them, but it feels like Mugi just doesn't want to jump out of the dragon at this moment in time. Top lane, in they move with the bashes in the epicenter. KP falls, Arme TP's out. The Link will not do anything as they get the tower, and Chalice survives. So Newbee, no Roshan, no tier 2, no Puck, losing out quite significantly, it feels like there.
Yeah, if Razor popped the BKB, there it would be perfect for LGD. LGD does not want to fight until they get BKBs up on their course. Now Troll gets the Yasha just to increase the farming potential and some damage as well.
Yasha into BKB, farming away. Arme, 10k net worth, maybe just behind him. Maybe he's done an exceptional job keeping up pace with that net worth.
Arme asked maybe, what items should I go for? He responds, just follow what I do.
Where's his Force Staff then? Okay, he had to buy Battle Fury, right? Doesn't have a flat cannon, doesn't have a cooldown, needs some kind of farming mechanism. Now they move in towards bottom lane. Newbee, they're all grouped up top, looking for this tier 1 at long last. Chalice, no epicenter, could maybe go for, you know, a Force Staff in, Burrow Strike, blink out. Sneaky plays to try and slow this push down a little bit. For now, he'll just play defensively and see if he can maybe get the rest of his team to come and fight. As KP not yet showing on bottom lane, but this Radiant Observer Ward, oh, it doesn't quite see him over in the side. I wonder if he's... Now he has. So they see KP running around this bottom lane.
Kaka placed a deep ward, which gives him a lot of vision, especially if they decide to siege tier 2 tower. That's... never mind, that's the second ward. Look at the warding position. This is like a really... what? It gives a lot of vision, this ward. That doesn't see the east side of the map, but it gives a lot of entrance to the Roche pit and a little bit of high ground.
It's pretty nifty. A nice attempt of a play by Newbee just now up top. The Dragon put the fire down to cancel Chalice's blink. They tried to roll in with a quick silent stun from Kaka. Not quite fast enough to catch the SK though, as the tier 2 defended by LGD, keeping this troll out on the map as well. One of the greatest things about Battle Fury, just that perseverance. Having HP and mana regen, spamming axes, farming jungle camps, not really caring too much about losing any HP of mana back in the jungle. Now he can push out waves as a bit of a go here. Lifestealer forced to rage. Homing missile, of course, will not do a damn thing, but the damage out from Maybe looking huge. I don't know how he's doing it, but the BKB comes out to play. Now the static link forced away. They've got the force staff in and the jump from the epicenter called down on top. The BKB late from SCCC, but will keep him alive with a TP. Faith Death Ward down, but stolen by FY. Faith didn't pop his Voodoo Restoration in time. So FY now has got himself a big ulti. You're absolutely right. In they move. Arme's like, oh, you guys want to fight, did you? Well, I'm going to come and take Roshan. FY looking for the lift, but will not catch KP.
Well, that's the strongest part of the Sanking. When he decides to go in from a fog, uses the ulti and epicenter on a core with a BKB before he pops it. He's forced to pop a BKB, but can't fight after that.
Yeah, it's really rough, and now the Death Ward that was stolen, FY brings down Kaka. Quick and easy, Roshan Aegis nearly there. KP could have thought about going in to snatch, but Ame will grab the Aegis.
The build on KP reminds me of one of the games where Newbee actually won because of the build that he went. He bought Blink into Boots of Travel, had also Soul Ring, so he was just hiding in the trees, skipping the waves, buying enough time for the team to come back. Not sure if it's going to be enough this game.
Definitely feels like they need more time, right? Lifestealer, sub 10k net worth, looking to try and finish off that Solar Crest, but I've not really felt the presence of Mugi in this game. Now, SCCC 443 has been involved in a fair amount. The Lifestealer 2, 2, and 4, farming a lot with 140 CS, but has really spent a lot of time in the jungle. Not getting too involved, whereas you look at Maybe, 706. The Force Staff has paid off, the Yasha has paid off. It looked like a bit of a thrift store item build from the Gyro, but now sitting very pretty. Epicenter from Chalice, blink, no stun. Mugi has already maneuvered himself away, so a failed attempt there, but not under vision of the Dire team, so they won't be aware.
What do they have? They have 2 tier 2 towers left on the side of Newbee. Once they get SNY on Troll and maybe Butterfly on Gyro, they could have decided to go. Maybe even before. They want to use this this Aegis. Oh, there it is. They just smoked. They have 10 and 9 second BKB.
Full halberd done for this Razor. Very good against the Troll pre-BKB. Even the Gyro, to some extent, stop the flat cannon going out. Razor really does have to find himself in a good position, and as always with Razor, it's that timing on the usage of the BKB, right? You're mentioning against the Sand King, doesn't want to BKB late and then have to just TP out, wants to be running towards people with a BKB.
Oh, it's a double damage Troll.
Oh, really? Oh, of course it is. About a third of the duration remaining. Tier 2, dead to rights here.
I love the effect on towers.
Tier 3. They can do some damage here. Force Newbee back, definitely. They're under vision. Well, they were for a bit. Low ground ward from Newbee, not going to get spotted by the sentry.
He dispels the double damage with Yules, even though it was running out.
Oh, nice. Kaka Yules, yeah. Bit of chip damage there with the help of the catapult. LGD happy with what they've got. The cask still bouncing. Poor little Sata creep stunned
Radiant's top
for
tower
eternity.
is under attack.
But there we have it. Newbee, they're just back in their base. They're afraid of what LGD are bringing to the table here. Got a bit of a shove onto the tier 2, but not able to utilize the wards that they've got out on the map. And Arme, another 2 minutes or so on this second life. Very aggressively positioned here up on the front lines. A roll in, the silence misses in, they jump. Kaka yules up into the air as Chalice doesn't land the stun. Triple C has popped his BKB. Arme forcing him down with the bashes there. Arme's there with a lot of damage and down one goes. Mugi to follow, potentially can't face and fight. The rage will last long enough, gets him out of the cooldown. Arme still alive though. The Dream Coil from the puck holds them in, but Faith will fall. A 3-for-1 as LGD continue this streak. Maybe now godlike.
There was no Nikes in this fight again. They need to use the Infest Bomb. I guess they should kill Chen so he can't send anyone back, or kill the Rubik first. Because they don't have a reliable stun, nothing to initiate with, so they can lock down Troll with pre-BKB or Gyro.
I'm not sure about this. They pop the Aegis. Where's the rest of LGD? Chalice coming in. He's got a blink stun. Potentially onto Mugi here. The chase will go through, but the catch from the Troll not quite in range. So they can't continue in with Arme chasing forward. But they'll bring down the tier 2, it looks like here, as KP goes for a clear on those Chen creeps. And Newbee all alive again will TP down to this tier 2. Kaka very far forward. Yules on the Troll, but he's got BKB. He turns to fight, throws out the ranged axes, being sent back here by the Chen. And with the Yules already used, nothing there to dispel it. So we'll just get sent all the way back home.
They definitely need to kill Chen in these fights, because I already said no reliable stun, so they can't initiate the fight with. Even if they pop Dream Coil, they can just use BKBs and run away from it.
What's Chalice doing? He's playing with them. Maybe runs forward. What are they stolen now? The cask in onto Faith. Quick and simple.
That's the best spell he can steal besides Dream Coil, probably.
It's pretty big. Arme wants to potentially be force-staffed forward here. They're holding that tree line. Try and see if anyone's coming in from the side. Maybe up on the front. KP, afraid for his life, just blinks away. Kaka now shoving out waves on this Earth Spirit just to try and get some kind of momentum on the other side of the map and maybe force LGD to think twice about what they're up to. Look at Arme now. Shadowblade pretty much done. MKB is queued up. The Troll becoming an absolute nuisance, but it's also the Gyro who's so incredibly farmed. A full butterfly arrives for maybe.
Yeah, we talked yesterday about how evasion is so strong right now because you have nothing to pierce it with. I mean, you can buy a Solar Crest, but it's only 40% accuracy, and the MKB is not also 100%. It's 75. The only reliable one is a Bloodthorn, or let's say Ember Spirit level 20 with a True Strike.
But not many options.
Yeah, carries always have that one item that they need before a BKB, like MKB, sorry. It's gonna be 6th item on Troll, the MKB.
A prize.
Where's Arme heading now? Oh, he's got an Alpha Wolf. Nice bit of additional damage there. We had maybe running around. Mugi will be forced to TP with the Rage. He shoved the wave all the way down, but maybe, you know, already prepared and ready for them, while mid lane SCCC jumped. Cask is there. FY, though, starting a fight over here while Faith is dying over there. Newbee now without Witch Doctor. Earth Spirit respawning in 10 seconds time. Full control here. 10,000 net worth lead for LGD. This is a different team to what we saw against Team Secret.
It seems like they got the comfortable picks. The decision making is on point. This game maybe some Sanking gangs were not on point, but other than that, the movement from Chen early on and the items that they build are actually paying off.
Their hangovers after Chinese New Year, they've dissipated now, so LGD, they're nice, crisp and clear with all their movements. Ready to go in. Aghanims for Puck. How much does this change things now with the BKBs of LGD being so important?
Yeah, this is the item and the only one they have coming out soon that could change things a lot. It's something that goes through a BKB, but they need to take a good fight right now. Yeah, this is good.
3-man in. catch the Sand King, the BKB from this gyro. Snap still with the coil, Force Staff down to TP out. They'll lose their two support heroes, I guess, the Sand King and the Rubik. An offlaner and a support drops.
If you snap a coil and your BKB is 5 seconds, it almost the full duration of a BKB is gone.
Just be happy the damage doesn't go through BKB. Deary me, that troll. Hyperstone up. Very, very quickly takes down Kaka, who unfortunately rolled into the wrong neighborhood. What's being brought out here? Tranquil Boots for Faith. He has that full Spirit Vessel, though. Doing some amazing work with it already. Is Faith okay here? Looks like it. Lots of lines being drawn there. Kaka seems a little bit unhappy with the way things are going.
Yeah, I don't know what does
map.
that even mean. Like they're going from each side.
They're everywhere. We can't stop them.
Interesting.
I mean, they've even got double they're panicking a little bit here, Newbie. The double observable strat. They're both pretty much at this they're exactly at the same time.
So maybe that was the line he was drawing.
We've warded here. Let's go play into our vision, guys. They jump onto Arme. He has that BKB. Damage stolen, though, by SCCC. The turn and fight. Disarm, though. Arme now wears off, but he's being right-clicked down. SCCC has this damage going. The Shadow Blade there. They've got some reveal, and the troll will fall at long last, but maybe comes in. Flat cannon out. Down goes X-Nova, so LGD being picked apart. Witch Doctor the only one to drop from Newbee's side, as maybe, with a BKB TP, could very easily just escape from all of this nonsense.
He's going to need to use it.
Why is he waiting so long? There we go. Bait out some more spells, that's why.
And Roche will respawn in 20 seconds. Not the best timing for Newbee. But this is exactly what they need to do. Initiate with a puck since he has Aghanim Scepter now. And the Razor needs to steal damage from the Troll. That's it. Troll was trying to man up. He couldn't even kill the support there because he had a lot of attack speed but 0 damage.
Someone needs to Force Staff this troll away from Static Link, but he's pretty isolated there. Had to BKB and everything gets difficult for LGD. 30 seconds without Arme, this tier 2 looking to fall. TP cancelled. Was that Chalice? No, Chalice didn't cancel. So someone who was in the fountain, FY, cancelled his TP up to the front lines and will just walk it in. The tower will die though, as Roshan scouted. Whirlwind is there.
They already started to kill the Roche with the Wild Wing.
Radiant's middle tower has
He's not losing any HP though. Roshan don't care. Homing missile. Kaka stunned with a Burrow Strike as well. Chalice. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Rage stolen out by FY, but X-Nova with his Test of Faith. Oh, potentially getting a high roll there.
Imagine attack speed with Rubik, who has a Rage and Troll ulti.
Oh man.
He wishes he went for 60 damage talent instead.
What did he go for instead? What's the opposite one? 200 health? Who needs that? The battle around the Roshan pit, though, starting to begin. Both teams, are we holding a smoke on anyone? There should be one on Faith. There we go. Newbee, one step ahead of LGD, who will take a look at all their lovely little heroes here. Where's the Chen? Where's Mr. Chen? He's holding a smoke. Surely LGD, they're going to group up and go for some kind of play here. Smoke into smoke action. This is 9 times out of 10 what happens when a game is relatively even. Roshan is about to be brought down. Everyone knows that he's up, so they go for this immediate pick-off into play potential. Razor shows mid lane there with the Shivers and the Plasma Field. Gyro revealed, though.
Oh, Troll has MKB. If they stun him, this could be a dead Razor.
That is Razor down and dead. The cooldown lands and KP's gone as well. The roll away from Kaka quickly. Retreat. The buyback from Razor though. SCCC wants to get into the battle. They'll turn onto X-Nova. There's the rage forward from Mugi, but the Force Staff, the double in fact with the Hand of God. One more hit is potentially all they need. There we go. They take him down, but the epicenter in. Chalice forced away by SCCC's BKB. LGD, they are kiting very nicely in this fight. The Yule's up. They've got to force A sandstorm, a burrow strike, and a blink, and a dream for Chalice on the high ground. He's safe! He's got himself away, being burnt down by the Radiance there, but the troll comes in, disarmed up now, but the Lifestealer, no chance in hell, will turn and fight, but the bash is coming through the Death Ward. Faith, he does the job! Somehow this high ground Witch Doctor looks down on the peasants and says, this is my game and my map. Stand down.
Woo! 2 buybacks on side of Newbee, one on Puck, one on Razor. They need to take down Roche or just force a buyback, even though they don't have the best Roche lineup since Lifestealer is dead.
Look at this fight recap. 10,000 experience for both teams. Everything is used multiple times. I'm not even going to look there because start having sieges trying to make sense of all of this down here. But triple buyback from Newbee, definitely a big deal to take into account with the Sand King. The 1 buyback there from LGD. Yep. Still Roshan. He's wondering what's going on outside, closing all the doors and the windows and trying to hide.
Lifestealer decided to disassemble Solar Crest and buy Heaven's Halberd, so that's 2 Heaven's Halberd for Troll. That's gonna help a lot in these fights.
It sure will, with that BKB down to, what, 7 seconds now. Newbee back towards the pit. Poke their heads in and realize, maybe we don't go in here just yet without the Lifestealer.
I'm surprised the SCCC went for minus 1.1 eye of the Storm Strike interval instead of 10 armor, especially against Troll and Gyro.
Very interesting. I guess with the minus armor you get, it's reasonably good if you're worried you're not doing enough damage. It combos up nicely with the Death Ward as well, you know, give Faith another opportunity like that to just stand high ground and rain the damage down. 1 lone skeleton. The Recon Man scouts out Newbee here, the smoke potentially known by LGD. As they did all group up together, moving forward. Dire Scan catches the troll ever so slightly, but Ame has backup. A little bit spread out here. X-Nova wants to try and grab a creep or something. Where's his army? He's got 1 troll. That's all the Chen has right now, it looks like.
They've stolen the gem from Chen, so now Puck has it, which is gonna be easier for them to find Troll.
They do find Troll. Ame in the trees. The burst strike forward with a cooldown in, but Ame's dead without buyback. 1.5 minutes gone. Maybe has to force away because SCCC with 70 stolen damage doing a decent chunk now as LGD losing the grip on this game. 2 gone for a minute, and now that's Roshan for Newbee. That potentially is a high ground push from Newbee, but I feel like...
They don't even know what they're gonna do. Roche and Kaka's pinging it out. Seems like they need some rage pings and rage drawings on the minimap from Kaka.
Yeah, looks like it. You know, if Ame has that buyback, time to try and force it, guys. Pressuring tier 3. Newbee have swung this game on the back of that Puck Aghanim Scepter, honestly, so very nicely. You were talking about how KP needs to get in on top of these heroes with the initiation alongside Mugi. And the past 3 fights, they have done exactly that. LGD, first ones to lose a tier 3 after being, 10, 11,000 net worth lead ahead at some point in this game. Losing racks now as the next creep wave arrives. Double catapults are here to finish off the job on the range rack.
They should just go for Roche now.
Yeah, Newbee just back up.
They still have 20 seconds before Troll spawns and they can't threaten them. There's the haste rune. They're gonna see them since Mud Golem is there scouting with his angry face.
LGD trying to push out this mid wave.
Oh, they might fake it.
The Mud Golem is there, scouting, but he will die. Throw the pebbles. Oh, come on. Unfortunate. Well, Faith without any mana decides it's time to go all the way back home. Spend some of that 2,000 gold he's built up. Buys a medallion, in fact, over on the Witch Doctor. And LGD now seem not lost, but definitely afraid. All grouping up as 5 towards mid. Keep this lane pushed out as hard as they can, but top needs to be addressed as well. 5 ranged creeps, double catapults, tier 2, maybe not the most strategic or strategically important tower in the game, But still a lot of farm to be had top lane for Ame, and he will swing there, but all of this is seen now by Newbee. They likely know that FY is alone or isolated. They could jump in. Newbee. Orb forward. FY backs all the way up. And again, they take down one of the Chen's poor little creeps, as it was only scouting, only looking for information.
Both teams know if they lose the Roche fight, they will lose the game. And both of the cores have buyback on the side of LGD, and only Nikes on Newbee's side. Again, Puck needs to get on top of those BKB carriers and just use ulti, so Razor can suck the damage from one of those, and then they take a fight. Razor is going for hard, what it seems to be. He just wants to tank up, not die from Troll when he gets focused. Double Tome of Knowledge, he wants to get to level 25.
Get that 100 attack speed, maybe. It feels like both ways, though, right? With the Puck needing to get in onto the BKB targets, get the Aghanims in, but also Sand King. You know, both of the offlaners here, you know, incredibly important for both sides to have that kind of scare jump, right? That initiation that is unexpected, and it will be Newbee with a smoke forward. Sand King's caught. They'll blink in with a Dream Coil. Chalice, Yule's up, sent back. He's safe. Ame now turns. SCCC in trouble, but the Death Ward down. Faith again, making short work of the Troll. Maybe can't do too much as his BKB's worn out, now disarmed. Will have to be sent home, it feels,
Sand King
by the
shaking
Chen.
the ground.
Where is he even? Miles away. Chalice expecting the continuation of the fight. They will catch KP at the very least.
That's a gem.
With the gem, but they force the buyback there of the Troll as Newbee.
Puck needs to buy back, but it's on cooldown. This Roche is in hands of LGD. I don't think they can threaten them. It's gonna go down so quickly. 3, 2, 1, 1. All right, let's go.
Aegis, Cheese, FY, Blink, lift up there, stun out SCCC, Chalice, Force Staff away, back to safety as well. Burrow strikes down with the Cheese still there, Ame picks it up at X-Nova, brought down by Moogie. But look at the Moogie, where did your HP go? Still alive, but he's gonna run, he's gonna hide, he's got no infest, he's got no time. There's the disarm, and Moogie turns the fight with a Rage of the infest, the lifesteal, he's gonna get the Troll, and the Aegis will drop. But now the Burrow strike forward, the Rage is back up again, the lift is there from FY, drags him in, but they're gonna cape back out, Moogie will still fall as Ame runs forward. Absolutely dominant now, LGD, they found their groove and they are starting to move, but Chalice didn't know how to move his feet, and SCCC with a BKB will get just enough distance away, but the homing missile still going in. I think LGD might want to chase this one forward with the BKB forward. They will get in onto the Razor, but there's the drain of the damage. Maybe in trouble with a buyback from Moogie, getting in on top of the gyro, the Maledict is there, and maybe will fall.
If they
My
catch Troll,
goodness gracious me.
That's a good game. He has no boots in his inventory.
That should help.
He has a Cheese, a Shadow Blade, and a Dream gets away. Incredibly tight game. Buyback from Troll, buyback from Lifestealer. Newbee lose out on that Roshan though. What are we left with? Just the Cheese? Is that all? Is that all that's left after the slaughter around the pit?
Yep. They need. Oh, those double Heaven's Halberd was doing amazing work. Troll couldn't attack, even though you saw the damage that he was dealing to Nikes. Just all HP gone.
Like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
That's all it took. Deary, deary me. Troll still holding that Cheese. S&Y will be his boots for now. That's a very Ame thing. He did this a lot on his Faceless Void as a prime example. Was super late game. He'd have Boots of Travel in his backpack, and then have S&Y as his boots in inverted commas. He's not a big fan of the old booties. Gyro now going into the Nullifier, 1200 off that. Start to look at the buyback status tab though, as of course Troll and Lifestealer without theirs for 5 and 6 minutes respectively. Puck about 1400 gold away. Everyone else, no, they've got the timers down, but they're running out of money for this. Razor and Gyro really the two big ones with buybacks available, which we'll be looking towards in that next engagement. I mean, one Rax is all that separates them. Oh, yeah. What did he go for at 25? The 100 attack speed, of course, of course. But we're back down to nothing in the net worth lead. Started off at 10,000 27, 28 minutes into this game, down to 0. I felt like I needed to sneeze there, but it's not coming.
So, who's level 25? Puck, not level 25 yet. Gyro, Troll, Lifestealer.
Rubik's getting close as well.
Yeah, you saw that sacking stun right here where he missed. That's the inner clock telling you that Rage is gone, but
Yeah.
he's level 25 and has that extra 2 seconds. That's why Chalice missed.
Gyro buys out. No buyback.
Radiant's
Full
bottom
nullifier done.
tower is under attack.
Who's he going to be aiming this one on? I guess either of the Halberd, like Lifestealer or Razor, they're both equally good targets, right?
Has fallen.
Yeah, whoever gets in range first probably, so they can focus him down.
Radiant's bottom shrine is
Both
under
of the
attack.
teams have gem, so there's no vision, only one ward placed from each side.
Well, the Centaur will give vision.
Radiant's
Left onto Karkar, blink from KP. They try catch FY, but the Yules is there. Immediately Karkar dispatched as the Gyro snapped by the coil, but the Razor far forward. Death Ward has been used,
Disarm.
and the damage is there on Troll, but the send back beautiful from X-Nova. Full staff down as FY escapes, and LGD, they disengage with the kill going their way. Very nicely done.
They have enough to kite around Troll and Gyro. Both BKBs are down to 5 seconds, but the Chen is problem. When they get disarmed, they get sent back. So they should just try to kill Chen with Infest Bomb and then focus the others.
A prize.
I still can't get over how much damage this Death Ward is doing. Level 3 Death Ward, Faith is just focusing it on Troll, and they are absolutely slaughtering it. Well, what do you do up against this as the Troll? Like, you can't blind it with your axes, you know. You can't whirling axes the Death Ward. How do you deal with it? Just focus Faith, get the rest of your team to stun him up, I guess, is the way to play.
They need Sanking to stun a couple of heroes, 2 heroes, before they pop a BKB, and use BKB prematurely so they can't get disarmed, and then if they get a couple of kills. So Sanking should be the one controlling these fights, in and out.
Definitely the way that LGD want to play it. Well, Roshan, yeah, 2.5 minutes until the big man even potentially respawns. We've used up everything. Rubik just passes the gem onto the Sand King, so Chalice now has that one up. Kaka holding the line, trying to break some smokes or something, but he has been spotted. Chalice scouted by the orb. In comes the Centaur with the lift into Burrow Strike. The BKB from Arme, they're very early on there, but SCCC will get the link in. The Dream Core still going, and Arme being shredded. Yule's up. Is there no send back? There isn't. Arme drops. Dead for 2 minutes as they lose the Chen as well. LGD moving themselves into a position where it looked like maybe they get a good fight, but Newbee responding beautifully.
They have too many tools to kite around Troll right now. 2 minutes without him, they should just run down the mid lane. Gyro, does he have a buyback?
No, yes,
no.
50
He needs
gold.
50 gold, he's gonna have it.
He needs to be given a bit of money. Is he going to get it just from the clock ticking over? I don't know if he's got enough time. Newbee with mid lane shoving on ranged racks. They will just put their effort into this tier 3 bottom lane. SCCC. Plasma Fuel stolen, Epicenter channeled, Blink in, stun on 2. This is a good fight with maybe moving forward. Lifestealer gone, Razor follows immediately after. And this time it's Newbee that gets baited into a fight that they just can't take. The jump forward from FY, looking for the zap. He's got a Plasma Field and a Fade Bolt, but it will be maybe that gets the triple kill out of that. And without their Troll, LGD still hold that high ground.
Every time Sanking gets a good 1 or 2 Burrow Strike, every time they win a fight.
Double damage.
Sanking's getting close to level 25. Health regen is good for pubs, but maybe Sandstorm, Slow, and Blind go in against Nikes and Razor after their BKB / Rage is down.
Yeah. Seems pretty good. I mean, neither of them have an MKB or anything, right?
Nope.
Looks like Lifestealer's making an Abyssal and a Nullifier coming out from Razor. And Troll is the only one with an MKB in this game, and both of these LGD cores, they are eyeing up Rapiers right now. Gyro is pretty close to buying one himself. Brings out a Mango to pop for a bit of extra mana. Bottom lane, Faith all alone here, and FY wants to jump in and try and grab this kill. Throws out the cask as well. Unable to find that kill though. Minus 15-second telekinesis cooldown. That's pretty damn nifty. As they jump in, look for Puck, maybe there with the Spirit Vessel on him. Forced to BKB as they look for tier 3. Trying to get SCCC to buy back here, it feels like, just poking and prodding, saying, hey, if you want to defend your towers, you've got to come back. With a number of heroes, Kaka there, stunned up, Chalice quickly in with a Dream Crawl from KP, holding them though. An Epicenter, Yule's cancelled from Kaka. Oh no, it's not. Someone else had that one, but they'll still lose the Earth Spirit now as LGD taking down the racks. The Earth Spirit immediately buys back. 10 seconds for the Razor to come into the battle now, but Troll is ready. Forces back. This Newbee side, Death Ward forced very defensively, and they get themselves a melee racks there for their efforts. Kaka trying to catch them on the retreat. BKB not there from Arme, they need to send back. X-Nova force staff away the Troll, and they won't be able to catch it. They give away the Chen as the Yules onto Rubik on the eastern side. The Blink from FY gets himself a little bit closer to safety. Gonna try and buy him some time, but it looks like they found him regardless in that jungle area.
They did not want to buy back on the cores of side of a Newbee. Both Razor and the Lifestealer had buybacks, but they're just keeping it for the next fight. 420, blaze it on Puck right now, so items are gonna stack up in the next couple of minutes. What is that already?
Dagon 3 or
2.
something, Dagon 2, yeah.
Roche should be up in a minute.
It's going to be that dance of death around the pit again, it feels like. But KP, with Lifestealer inside him, the gem is going. Rubik dead with buyback. Chen without 30 seconds until X-Nova is back.
He has enough gold to buy a rapier. I wonder what he's going to sell. Probably a pike. He needs other items, or he might just keep phase boots and get it, but then he's not going to have a buyback.
Chalice can try, but he will not succeed. 4-man rotation in finds the Sand King, but fortunately, Gyrocopter doesn't get caught. Immediate buyback, in fact, from Chalice. Just get the
cooldown.
Get the cooldown going. I mean, look, you know, they don't know for sure when Roshan's up, right? So they're probably feeling like, hey, Roshan is technically probable to be alive. Triple Dire Observer Ward, watching out from north to south across this Radiant side of the map.
Haste.
Kaka hasted, sprinting around, but here comes LGD. 7,000 gold saved up on Maybe, still holding that buyback. Newbee equally smoking around the pit. Maybe not close enough to pop the smoke. The pings come out, and FY TPing in aggressively, found, killed, taken out with 100 seconds dead. He does have buyback to come back in and will immediately pop it, but look at Roshan. Newbee have no idea. LGD have slipped right past them. That kill on FY makes them feel so strong, but Roshan is gone. The refresher shard is there with the Aegis in. Now they jump forward. Newbee catch out Arme. He's disarmed, but healed up by the hand of God. The send back into the fountain. They've kept the Troll alive. Now the Gyro in potential trouble here. The Magnetize is there, but the Troll is not available. They will lose Maybe. Buyback at the ready, but X-Nova forced to force staff TP up on the high ground, but the boulder smash from Kaka will be timed to perfection.
He sent Troll back, so it means that they couldn't fight. Aegis is already gone. Cheese, where's Cheese? Cheese popped, probably.
Already gone, I assume. I can't see it anywhere. They jump in onto Faith. Witch Doctor has been the bane of Arme's existence, and he will lose his life and drop a gem down on the floor in that river.
All they have from the third Roche is Refresher Shard, and they don't have the best heroes to use it on. Like, it's just a double BKB for Troll, that's it.
Yeah.
Double ulti.
Doesn't feel particularly potent. I can't think of anyone else. I mean, maybe the Gyro with double flak cannon, double cooldown, but...
Oh, this could be a game changer. He has enough gold to buy a full Refresher Orb on Puck.
On Puck? Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he wants to save a buyback, though. It's gonna come. Look at the gold. Feels so satisfying.
Almost 5,000. Buyback status, what we're looking at. Rubik, Sand King, Earth Spirit, no, and Lifestealer about 1,000 gold away from it. Finished off full AC, full Abyssal Blade. Mugi pretty ready to fight. Don't know where he's going to find that 1,000 gold from. Maybe he hopes that in the fight he gets a kill onto one of these big targets. Gets some money in his pockets. Where's the gyro? I just want to keep tabs on maybe, honestly. With all of this money he saved up, it feels like he needs to just buy the rapier at this point. Money is going down the drain every time he dies. Newbee 39-39 up against LGD. And this is game 1 of this best of 3.
It feels like this game is hour and a half long, if not more.
This feels like the last game of a best of 5. Both teams like giving it their all, playing well, knowing that any slight mistake is going to upset the balance of the match. Both Chinese teams definitely looking for that victor over their peers, but the burrow strike in. Mugi's caught. There's maybe with a call down, but Mugi to send back. Rubik will be the one to fall as Chalice is left alone, high and dry in the back end. There's the troll bashing away, kills the Witch Doctor, but Arme's alone, takes down 2. With
Another
a BKB
BKB
going, he's got the refresher shard,
No!
and X-Nova sends him back. 3 dead from LGD. 2 supports on each side, but it's the Chalice kill that matters the most, it feels like here, as LGD left with only their troll and gyro. Newbee with everyone they need to push into high ground here, it feels like.
They have enough gold to buy those rapiers, but they're not buying it.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
They don't have for a buyback, that's the thing, if they go for it. I mean, Gyro would have if he sells Hurricane Pike, or just sells the boots.
But that's the thing, with a rapier, it often feels like, you know, you buy it, and even if you have buyback, you've given a rapier to the enemy team, and your buyback isn't as useful. Just having that rapier there could potentially have done enough in that fight, but it looks like Troll has switched his mind around. Bloodthorn is what he aims towards now. KP, good job mid lane. Shoves out the waves. Gyro will come in and try and clear that one out, but Newbee couldn't go high ground thanks to top wave pushing in and bot lane. Mugi will come and address this problem down here, as he could potentially sell his medallion and buy into something a little bit bigger. Saving up for buyback for now, but as you were talking about, Refresher Orb on KP, the double Ags Dream Coil.
Plus 2 gems in the base. Someone needs to pick up the gem, probably it's going to be Earth Spirit. Maybe they should even give one to Witch Doctor, so they have a vision of a troll. That's a full Bloodthorn on a troll. Does he have a buyback? No, he needs 400 gold.
444 to be precise. Oh, 445, never mind. Goes up by 1. Newbee. I want to try and take down that last shrine. Still holding on to both of those.
Come on, Gyro, buy that rapier. It is time.
Yeah, it definitely feels
he
like
bought
it.
Boots of Travel.
Still has the buyback. But now they've got that Bloodthorn plus Nullifier combo on someone. If they're able to get in on top of one of these targets again.
Radiant's top shrine
Down to
is
Chalice
under
to get
attack.
these big burrow strikes forward.
Oh, they're trying to find
Radiant's
Kaka.
top shrine
It's gonna be
is
hard
fallen.
since he has a gem.
Do they have FY with Blink, Force, Lift, Yules? Yeah, but Kaka is just not showing on that lane. Very, very wise movement here from the Earth Spirit.
I'll take your
Invis rune still for Arme.
Dire's bottom barracks
And the
are
range
under
racks
attack.
being
They
focused
wanna
down
get him.
there. There's the jump, lift, FY, immediate TP, Puck, and this little old SCCC will jump forward. Arme goes for the TP, but the bash of the Abyssal. There's Mugi moving forward. Arme is going to drop here without buyback.
No buyback.
Losing the troll, FY will now be found and killed. Newbee, so swift.
They really wanted that Earth Spirit so badly, even though he has a buyback, they don't know it, but that's not the best skill you can get. Especially since Troll does not have a buyback there.
Yeah, but the speed of Newbee's TPs, the instant, the second the Rubik jumped in, Puck, Razor, both very quickly in on top of that range.
Alright,
racks.
he has a rapier, but he didn't assemble it.
He's got buyback, right? Or 500 gold or so until buyback. That seems okay. He's not gonna drop it, right? You know, keep it nice, safe, and sound.
So you just turn it into Divine Rapier in a fight. Just alright, there it is.
Here we go.
Divine one player.
It is down to maybe now. Chalice needs these big burrow strikes, but in comes Mugi. Rage forward. Force the glyph out, and he's got Lincolns on him with a medallion going. Is that a solar crest? Full solar there from Faith. Epicenter channeled, the blink cancelled. KP on the money with that orb forward will stop the initiation now. Maybe his BKB is gone. The jump from KP with the Dream Coil there. Yule's up into the air. Is there a send back? I don't think there is, because the gyro will fall and Rapier is down. GG is coming. It feels like it, even with the buyback from this maybe gyro. The Rapier still down on the deck. Now Chalice forces in and jumps out.
Rapier
to
Knights.
Fountain. But Mugi with that Rapier going to work on these racks. Another lane down, and LGD. Troll is up, but Newbee retreat. Burst strike forward. Faith is caught. The flat cannon out. In jumps Arme. He's got the BKB going, so this is a big amount of damage. But the Abyssal Blade turned around. Mugi now with the bashes forward. Lotus Orb is there, but the damage drained out by Razor. And surely now Newbee have claimed game number 1, even with the burst strikes from Chalice holding them back. The boulder smash from FY doing the work. Newbee still just too strong.
They want that Rapier back, but they don't have enough damage to actually take it from them, especially since Troll is gone.
As Triple C is low on mana, no BKB either. Kaka misses, the burst strike in is good. The nullifier there will catch the Razor, but maybe, like you're saying, just cannot dish out the deeps. And with the refresher orb from KP, it will be GG. Newbee behind in this game for so long. But very, very intelligent moves from them, and that refresher orb from the puck, the blink infest bombs, the Aghanim Scepter, trapping these BKB cores, and LGD just couldn't stand up against it.
What a game. Newbee with the better decision making. Also Puck with his item build is again what won them the game. I was talking about the previous game where he cut the creep waves, but this time he went for Boots of Travel so he can actually farm a lot and then straight into Aghanims. Like most of the players would go for Yule Scepter so they can juke around, but it was not necessary this time. Aghanim Scepter was more than enough to keep those BKB cores stunned or just in place so Razor can suck up the damage and Nikes can deal some of the damage as well.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful stuff from LGD early game. A completely different squad to what we saw up against Secret. They put up a great fight. They looked like they were winning. Newbee, though, just more experienced, it feels like, in kind of coming back. And we knew that LGD, once they have a swing against them in a game, they do struggle to kind of reset their minds and have that kind of float away from the bad thoughts. But we have a full series here for you, Newbee against LGD. Hopefully that doesn't break LGD. Hopefully they still come back as they did in game 1, show us a good fight and a good draft as we had in this game. But for now, we will take a short break away from myself and Lacoste as we move ourselves into game number 2 of this best of 3. See you guys in a little bit because I cannot wait.